effective measure for individuals to protect not only themselves and their loved ones. In recent years, public shootings have been a growing problem and remains to be unsolved. All of us in this room have known or heard about school or public shootings on the news. We need to understand the magnitude of them and the pain it brings our friends and family. In recent years, there have been an uprising in mass shooting, and it sparked my interest. I began doing research on the topic to try and dig into why and what we can do as a community to prevent these shootings. So, how can we bring a stop to these public shootings? I believe that people who are worried about going out and about in public should consider concealed carry. It allows those who believe they are in danger to not only protect themselves and their families, but to protect others around them. We need meaningful actions to keep our schools and surrounding communities safe. Actions that prevent the big issue of public shootings in the United States. We as a nation need to come together to end the public shooting crisis as it affects so many of our friends and family. Public shootings oftentimes involve multiple victims of gun violence in one incident, causing devastating loss and fear to those who lose loved ones. Mass shootings can have profound effects. They can cause loss of life, physical injuries, and psychological trauma. They also impact communities, creating fear and sparking debates on topics like mental health services. Pew Research says that between the years 2019 and 2023, the number of mass shootings increased from about 400 to 650. Between these years, the total of mass shootings is about 3,000. Mass shootings involve many casualties and serious injuries, affecting many families and loved ones. People should not have to worry about going out in public or even sending their child to school in the fear that the event of a mass shooting could happen. According to a 2023 research done by Pew Research, claims that 72% of gun owners said that protection is the sole reason they own a gun. John Malcolm, the vice president of the Institute for Constitutional Government, said that murder rates dropped 16% and violent crimes dropped 18% since more people are concealing a weapon. CNN Politics stated nearly 1 in 5 U.S. adults has had a family member killed by a gun, and about 1 in 6 adults have witnessed an injury or death from a shooting. Now, imagine if the people who witnessed those deaths concealed a weapon and was able to protect those who were killed or injured. I bet that ratio would be a greater difference with more lives being saved. Joe Biden, the President of the United States, says, quote, "We all want our families to be safe. We all want to drop them off at the house of worship, a mall, a movie, and the school door without worrying it could be the last time we ever see them. We all want our kids to have the freedom to learn, to read and write, instead of learning how to duck and cover in the classroom." End quote. I believe in the idea behind concealed carry, as if more law-abiding citizens are armed, they could stop a mass shooter, ultimately saving many more lives each year. Concealed carry provides a way for adults to carry a gun, which would provide a safer community. John Arlott Jr. from RAND.org says that issued concealed carry permits were significantly associated with reductions in casualties in public shooting incidents. These permits allow a way for law-abiding citizens to legally carry a concealed gun in order for protection in public settings. Also, training teachers for gun safety in classrooms would not only protect themselves, but also the student body in the event of a school shooter. The government should implement nationwide, highly secure background checks and quality training to ensure that it's the safety of those individuals. The government needs to up their standards for those who wish to conceal carry, enhancing security measures, stricter gun control, and people having the awareness and education about the signs of potential violence so they can take preventative action. People need to realize the magnitude of these mass shootings, how to help prevent them, and to have an open mind that concealed carry protects themselves and their loved ones. Many studies have shown the impact that concealed carry has on eliminating the amount of total casualties during these shootings. I believe adults who wish to should get a permit, as it will lead to better protection of themselves and their families. I believe it would have an overall positive effect on this nation. There is supported evidence that concealed carry laws will limit the total casualties per year in the United States. I expect results of concealed carry to lessen the total number of casualties by significant margins. If these weapons are in the right hands, I believe the schools and public setting would be much safer. Now, believing in concealed carry, I do realize it could have negative effects. I can see how more people with weapons could lead to unnecessary deaths. But I think if we implement stronger requirements for attaining those weapons, they would be in the hands of the right people whose sole use of them is for protection and not to harm others. So, having explored these various aspects of concealed carry, let's draw conclusions on why more adults should consider this option. To recap, I talked about what we can do to limit the casualties involved in mass shootings. We've also covered why it's important in understanding the magnitude of them and the importance of putting an end to it is. The protection that concealed carry gives us is limitless. We all have families, and we would do anything to protect them. Concealed carry will help the nation's pandemic of mass shootings. Would you or a family member consider the possibility of a safer community by owning concealed carry for protection? I believe concealed carry can help this nation's crisis. Thank you.